Most people believe building wealth requires risk, relentless hustle, and trading stock options at midnight. That belief is completely wrong. The real multimillionaires in America are building their net worth using 7 surprisingly boring financial accounts while they sleep. Lexi learned this lesson the hard way when her checking account sat at $1,420, despite working 60 hours a week. She was exhausting herself, trying to earn her way to financial freedom without setting up the automatic engines beneath her. Wealth isn't built through adrenaline. It is constructed through steady, automated accounts that work every single second of the day. If you have ever felt like you are running on a treadmill financially, these 7 accounts will change everything. Can you guess which simple bank account is burning money in your pocket right now? Let's start with the most obvious mistake that millions of hardworking people make every single calendar month. They keep all their extra cash inside a traditional big bank checking or savings account, earning less than 0.01% annual interest. That means a balance of $15,000 earns roughly $1.50 in an entire year of interest, while inflation destroys your purchasing power. Account number 1 flips that script instantly and requires 0 financial expertise to open. It is the high-yield savings account, paying upwards of 4.6% APY in today's interest rate market. On that exact same $15,000 balance, a high-yield savings account pays you $690 every year for doing absolutely nothing. Lexi moved her emergency savings over on a Tuesday afternoon and watched $57 hit her balance every single month. That simple shift covers a monthly utility bill completely on autopilot without taking a single dime of investment risk. Most people skip this because they assume traditional banks are safer or moving money takes too much effort. To set this up, open a FDIC-insured high-yield account. Link your primary checking, and set up an automatic transfer. Compare that quiet growth to leaving thousands sitting stagnant in a checking account that gives you 0 return. But safe cash reserves are only the foundation, and the next account turns tax code rules into pure wealth creation. Account number 2 is the Roth IRA, which remains the single most powerful tax shelter available to everyday working Americans. When you put money into a Roth IRA, you pay taxes on the dollars today, but every single cent of growth and future withdrawal is 100% tax-free. If Lexi invests $583 per month into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund inside her Roth IRA, she hits the annual $7,000 contribution limit. Over 30 years, at a historical 10.5% return, that steady habit grows into $1,320,000. The mind-blowing part is that she only contributed $210,000 of her own cash, while the remaining $1,110,000 is pure compound interest. People often skip this because they confuse a Roth IRA with an individual stock, not realizing it is simply an empty basket holding broad index funds. To open one, choose a major brokerage like Vanguard, Fidelity, or Schwab, open a Roth IRA, and set an automated monthly deposit of whatever amount fits your budget. The next account takes tax savings even further by giving you a discount on both ends of your career. Account number 3 is the Health Savings Account, commonly known as the HSA, which carries an unmatched triple tax advantage. Contributions enter tax-free, compound inside the market tax-free, and come out completely tax-free when used for qualified medical expenses. Most people treat their HSA like a standard debit card, spending the money immediately whenever they visit a doctor or buy prescription glasses. Lexi discovered a brilliant strategy. She pays out of pocket for minor health costs, saves the receipts digitally, and leaves the HSA balance invested in index funds. After 20 years of compound growth, she can reimburse herself for those old receipts tax-free, or use the balance in retirement for any living expense after age 65. If you have access to an eligible high-deductible health plan, log into your benefits portal today and max out your automated HSA payroll contributions. Can you guess what happens when you combine tax-free growth with an instant employer money match? Account number 4 is the employer 401k or 403b with a match, which is the closest thing to guaranteed free money in existence. If your employer offers a 100% match up to 4% of your salary, ignoring it is equivalent to turning down a direct pay raise every single paycheck. On a $75,000 income, contributing 4% equals $3,000 from your paycheck, but your company adds another $3,000 instantly, giving you an immediate 100% return on investment. Lexi worked next to a coworker who refused the match because he wanted an extra $115 in his weekly paycheck, completely forfeiting $3,000 of free company money annually. Over 25 years, that single mistake cost him over $340,000 in lost retirement wealth that his employer was literally begging to hand him. To fix this today, visit your company payroll dashboard and set your automated contribution percentage to meet or exceed your full company match threshold. Now let's talk about the account that bridges the gap between your working years and early retirement flexibility. Account number 5 is a traditional taxable brokerage account, which offers absolute liquid freedom with zero age restrictions or withdrawal penalties. While retirement accounts lock your money until age 59 and a half, a standard brokerage account lets you build wealth that you can access whenever life presents an opportunity. Lexi uses her taxable brokerage account to store surplus cash after maxing out her tax-advantaged retirement limits every year. She invests in broad market exchange-traded funds like VTI, earning quarterly dividends and capital growth that far outperform traditional bank products. People often skip this because they fear stock market volatility, but holding broad market funds over 10-year periods has historically yielded positive returns through every economic cycle. Open a taxable brokerage account with your preferred platform, set up a recurring weekly transfer of $50, and buy low-cost total market index funds automatically. The next account turns everyday living expenses into passive income without requiring you to manage tenants or land leases. Account number 6 is a real estate investment trust account, or REIT portfolio, which allows you to own commercial and residential property across America. Purchasing physical real estate requires huge down payments, mortgage underwriting at 6.8% interest rates, and middle-of-the-night maintenance calls. By owning shares in a REIT inside your brokerage account, you receive legally mandated dividend payouts generated from rental income collected across thousands of properties. Lexi invested $5,000 into high-quality residential and industrial REITs, collecting quarterly dividend checks directly into her settlement balance without fixing a single broken toilet. This setup allows regular investors to participate in real estate wealth creation without tying up huge capital or dealing with property management headaches. Research low-fee REIT ETFs, or individual real estate funds, allocate a small percentage of your overall portfolio, and turn on automatic dividend reinvestment. The final account is the most misunderstood weapon for building generational security and total peace of mind. Account number 7 is a high-yield Treasury Direct account, backed by the full faith and credit of the United States government. When state income taxes eat into your investment gains, Treasury bills and Series I savings bonds offer state and local tax-exempt interest that protects your purchasing power. Lexi locked in short-term Treasury bills paying competitive fixed returns, insulating her short-term savings from state income tax deductions. Compare that to standard corporate bonds or taxable CD returns, and the net yield often leaves significantly more cash in your wallet at tax time. Setting up a Treasury Direct account or purchasing Treasury ETFs through your brokerage allows you to anchor your wealth with rock-solid, state tax-free interest. Most people stop after setting up one simple account, but the ones who combine all 7 create an unstoppable compounding engine that builds true wealth. Imagine your life 5 years from today, when your automated system deposits thousands of dollars of interest, dividends, and growth into your balance every single month. Lexi started with just $50 a week into her high-yield savings account before expanding her automated system step by step. You do not need to be rich to start using these accounts, but you must start using these accounts if you ever plan to become rich. The chain of financial growth is real, and the only question is whether you start building yours this week or keep waiting for a perfect moment that never arrives. Let's break down the exact math of how these accounts compound together when you run them on complete autopilot for 10 full years. If you save $200 a month in a high-yield savings account at 4.6% interest, you build a liquid safety net of $29,800 in less than 8 years. That emergency cushion alone removes 90% of daily financial stress, allowing you to make career decisions from a position of strength rather than desperation. Meanwhile, setting aside $400 a month in a Roth IRA focused on total market index funds yields approximately $82,400 over that same 10-year timeline. Combine that with an employer 401k match of $250 a month, and your retirement balance accumulates an additional $51,500 without extra effort on your part. That means in 1 decade of modest, boring consistency, your total net worth climbs well past $163,000 across your automated system. Lexi was amazed when she calculated that over $48,000 of that total balance was created entirely by compound interest and market growth. She didn't spend late nights reading stock charts, nor did she compromise her daily lifestyle to build that massive financial safety buffer. She simply built the pipes, turned on the automated transfers, and let time do the heavy lifting while she focused on her life and career. The real danger is not that you will try these accounts and fail, but that you will overcomplicate the process and never begin at all. Take 10 minutes today to open your first high-yield savings or Roth IRA account and set up your very first automated transfer before sunset. When you look back at this decision 5 years from now, you will realize that boring consistency was the ultimate shortcut to financial freedom. When Lexi first began her journey, she made the common mistake of trying to jump straight into complex stock trading before securing her primary financial accounts. She lost $1,200 in 3 weeks attempting to time volatile market swings, which left her feeling defeated and anxious about her financial future. It was only after she stepped back and embraced automated, boring accounts that her financial trajectory changed permanently. Within 2 years of setting up her high-yield savings, Roth IRA, and employer 401k match, her liquid net worth crossed $35,000 for the first time. The mental relief of knowing her money was working harder than she was allowed her to sleep peacefully every single night. Many people believe they need thousands of dollars in cash lying around before it makes sense to open a dedicated investment account. In reality, most major brokerages today have 0 account minimums, allowing you to start building wealth with as little as $5 or $10. Starting small builds the psychological habit of investing, which is far more valuable than waiting for a large windfall that may take years to arrive. If you automate just $10 a day, the cost of a specialty coffee and lunch add-on, you invest over $300 every single month into compounding assets. Over 30 years, that tiny daily habit transforms into over $670,000 inside a tax-advantaged Roth IRA account. Compare that long-term financial security to the fleeting satisfaction of daily takeout spending that leaves you with 0 long-term value. It is not about living a life of extreme deprivation, but about intentionally allocating a fraction of today's income to buy tomorrow's freedom. The moment you shift your mindset from spending what is left after saving to saving first and spending what remains, your entire net worth accelerates. High-yield savings accounts provide the liquid foundation, HSAs cover health uncertainties, and tax-advantaged retirement accounts secure your future freedom. Taxable brokerages and REITs give you flexible passive income options, while U.S. Treasuries protect your principal during uncertain economic climates. When all 7 accounts work in unison, you build an impenetrable financial fortress that withstands market downturns and unexpected job changes. You no longer worry about sudden inflation, unexpected car repairs, or economic shifts because your automated system absorbs the shock smoothly. Most people spend 40 years working for money because they never took 2 hours to set up accounts that work for them. Break that cycle today by picking one account from this list and completing the application before you go to sleep tonight. The math is undeniable, the tools are accessible to everyone, and the time to start compounding your wealth is right now. Consider what happens when unexpected expenses hit an average household without these automated accounts set up in advance. A sudden car transmission repair costing $2,200 often forces families onto high-interest credit cards, charging 22% or 24% annual interest. That single emergency can snowball into years of debt compounding against you, wiping out thousands in hard-earned income. When Lexi faced a similar $1,800 repair bill last year, her automated high-yield savings account covered the entire expense instantly, with zero debt or stress. She didn't have to borrow money, pay exorbitant interest fees, or compromise her monthly budget because her liquid cushion performed exactly as intended. Building these accounts isn't just about accumulating numbers on a screen. It is about buying complete immunity from life's unpredictable financial shocks. When you have 6 months of living expenses sitting safely in high-yield cash, your entire posture toward career, business, and life transforms completely. You gain the confidence to negotiate for higher pay, switch toxic work environments, or take calculated risks that move your life forward. The real value of wealth is not buying expensive luxury items to impress strangers, but owning your time and choices every single day. Every automated transfer you schedule is a direct vote of confidence in your future self and your family's long-term stability. Do not let perfectionism stop you from making progress. Opening even one account today puts you far ahead of the vast majority. The best time to start building these 7 boring accounts was 10 years ago, but the second best time is right now. Let's look closely at how simple it is to automate your financial life so you never have to remember to save money manually again. Direct deposit split functionality in most payroll systems allows you to send a fixed percentage of your paycheck directly into separate accounts. You can send 10% straight to your high-yield savings account, 5% to your Roth IRA, and the remainder to your primary checking account for monthly bills. Because the money is diverted before it ever hits your daily spending balance, you naturally adjust your lifestyle without feeling restricted. Lexi set up her payroll split 3 years ago and completely forgot about it, while her net worth grew steadily in the background. She was amazed to discover that she didn't miss the automated dollars at all, yet her total savings rate tripled within 12 months. Out of sight, out of mind is the ultimate psychological secret to building massive wealth without constant willpower or effort. When you remove manual decisions from your finances, you eliminate the temptation to spend money that should be compounding for your future. Technology makes it easier today than at any point in human history to build an automated wealth machine with a few taps on a smartphone. You do not need complex spreadsheets, expensive financial advisors, or high-risk trading strategies to achieve true financial independence. You simply need the discipline to set up these 7 boring accounts once, automate your contributions, and let time compound your success. The financial system is designed to reward those who save and invest, while quietly penalizing those who rely solely on consumer spending. Position yourself on the winning side of that equation by taking control of your financial architecture starting right now. Millions of people spend hours searching for secret investment shortcuts, completely overlooking the proven accounts sitting right in front of them. These 7 accounts are not hidden secrets. They are established, time-tested tools backed by federal regulations and tax laws designed to help you succeed. When you utilize the Roth IRA, HSA, and employer matches, you take full advantage of legitimate tax breaks that the wealthy have used for decades. Every dollar you protect from unnecessary taxes and inflation is a dollar that continues working for you for the rest of your life. Lexi went from feeling constantly stressed about money to having complete clarity and control over her financial destiny in less than 3 years. Her transformation didn't require a lottery win, an inheritance, or a lucky stock pick. It required building a system of boring, automated accounts. Your financial story can undergo the exact same transformation the moment you decide to take immediate action. Stop letting your hard-earned income sit passive in low-interest checking accounts while inflation erodes your future buying power. Open your high-yield savings account today, claim your full employer match, and set up your automated Roth IRA contributions without delay. Share this knowledge with someone you care about so they can break free from financial stress and start building quiet wealth alongside you. The journey to financial independence is built step by step, account by account, and dollar by dollar. You have the knowledge, you have the exact formula, and you have total control over your next financial move. The only question left is whether you start building your automated wealth machine today or keep waiting for tomorrow.